Let us begin in stillness. Let us quiet the noise that already surrounds this day and rest here, together, in this moment. There is nowhere else we need to be right now. Nothing we must solve, nothing we must prove. We are here, breathing, present, and that is enough. We come into this morning with open hands and quiet hearts, grateful simply to be alive, to feel the breath move through us, to know that we have been given another day. We give thanks for this gift of waking, for the light that greets us, for the steady rhythm of our own heartbeat. We are grateful for the simple mercy of beginning again. For all that we carry from yesterday, we give thanks. For what was learned, for what was felt, for what was endured, and for the grace to set some of it down. Even now we are grateful. We do not come to this day with all the answers. We come with questions, with uncertainty, with the tender hope that we will find our way. We ask for help in this. Help us to trust that we do not need to see the entire path ahead. Help us to take one step and then another with as much care and attention as we can offer. We know that much of life unfolds in ways we cannot control. We know that our plans are fragile, that our understanding is limited, that we will be surprised, challenged, and sometimes overwhelmed. And so we ask for the grace to meet this day not with rigid expectations, but with openness. Help us to hold our plans lightly. Help us to release our grip on outcomes we cannot command. Help us to remain flexible, responsive, and awake to what is actually happening rather than what we hoped would happen. We think of the people we will encounter today. Some we know well, some we barely know at all. Some will be kind to us, and some may not. Some will see us clearly, and some will misunderstand. We ask for patience with them and with ourselves. Help us to meet each person with as much gentleness as we can muster. Help us to remember that everyone we encounter is carrying something we cannot see. Help us to be slower to judge, quicker to listen, and more willing to offer the benefit of the doubt. When we feel misunderstood, help us not to harden. When we feel overlooked, help us not to withdraw. When we feel hurt, help us not to retaliate. Give us the strength to stay soft, even when it would be easier to close ourselves off. We know we will make mistakes today. We will say the wrong thing, miss an opportunity to be kind, lose our patience when we meant to keep it. We will forget our best intentions and fall back into old patterns. Help us to forgive ourselves when this happens. Help us to notice, to pause, to begin again without shame. Help us to remember that growth is slow, that change is gradual, and that we are allowed to be imperfect. We ask for clarity in our thoughts today, for the ability to see what is true, what is real, what actually matters. There is so much noise around us, so many voices telling us what to want, what to fear, what to believe. Help us to quiet that noise. Help us to discern what is ours to carry and what is not. Help us to recognize the difference between what we can change and what we cannot. Give us the wisdom to know where to place our energy, our attention, our care. Help us not to waste ourselves on battles that are not ours to fight. Help us to focus on what is directly in front of us, on the small and sacred work of showing up fully in our own lives. We ask for courage today, not the loud kind, not the kind that demands attention, but the quiet courage to be honest, the courage to admit when we do not know, the courage to ask for help when we need it, the courage to say no when we must, and yes when we are able, the courage to be vulnerable, to let ourselves be seen, to risk connection, even when it frightens us. We think of those who are struggling today, those who woke with heavy hearts, with pain in their bodies, with worry that will not let them rest, those who are grieving, those who are lonely, those who are afraid. We hold them gently in our thoughts. We ask that they might feel some measure of comfort, some unexpected kindness, some small reason to hope. And if we are the ones who are struggling, we ask for tenderness toward ourselves. Help us not to compare our pain to others. Help us not to dismiss what we feel. Help us to reach out, to speak, to let someone know we are not okay. Help us to believe that we are still worthy of care, even in our hardest moments. We ask for the ability to notice beauty today, to see what is good, what is lovely, what brings us even a moment of peace, a kind word, a moment of laughter, the warmth of the sun, the taste of something simple and nourishing. Help us not to take these small gifts for granted. Help us to pause and acknowledge them, to let them land, to let them matter. We know that gratitude does not erase difficulty, but we ask that it might live alongside it, offering balance, offering perspective, offering light. Help us to hold both at once, the hard and the good, without needing to choose between them. We ask for rest when we need it, for permission to stop, to breathe, to step away from what demands our constant attention. Help us to listen to our bodies, to honor our limits, to recognize that we are not machines. Help us to release the guilt we feel when we cannot do everything, be everything, meet every expectation. Remind us that rest is not laziness. Remind us that pausing is not failure. Remind us that we are human, and that being human means we need time to restore ourselves. We ask for kindness in our words today. Help us to speak with care, to choose our language thoughtfully, to remember that words carry weight. Help us not to use our words to wound, to diminish, to tear down. Help us instead to use them to build up, to encourage, to tell the truth with compassion. And when we do not know what to say, help us to be comfortable with silence. Help us to trust that presence itself can be a gift, that we do not always need to fill the space with speech. We think of the work we will do today, whatever that work may be. Whether it is work we love or work we endure, work that feels meaningful or work that feels small. Help us to bring our full attention to it. Help us to do it as well as we are able, not for recognition, not for applause, but simply because it is ours to do. Help us to find dignity in the doing, regardless of how it is received. And when the work feels too much, when we feel overwhelmed or inadequate, help us to take it one task at a time, one breath at a time. Help us to trust that we do not have to carry the weight of everything all at once. We ask for the ability to let go, to release what we cannot fix, what we cannot control, what is not ours to hold. Help us to stop carrying burdens that were never meant for us. Help us to trust that some things will unfold as they need to, without our constant intervention. Help us to loosen our grip, to open our hands, to allow life to move through us rather than always trying to direct it. As this day unfolds, help us to stay grounded. Help us to return to our breath when we feel scattered. Help us to return to this moment when we feel lost in worry about the future or regret about the past. Help us to remember that this moment, right here, is where life is actually happening. And as we move through this day, may we be gentle. Gentle with ourselves, gentle with others, gentle with the world around us. May we do less harm than we did yesterday. May we offer more kindness than we think we have to give. May we be willing to be surprised by grace, by connection, by the unexpected goodness that sometimes appears when we least expect it. We do not know what this day will bring, but we trust that we will meet it as best we can. We trust that we are not alone in this. We trust that there is enough strength, enough patience, enough love to see us through. And so we step into this day with quiet hope, not the hope that everything will be easy, but the hope that we will find our way, not the hope that we will be perfect, but the hope that we will be present, not the hope that all will be resolved, but the hope that we will have what we need moment by moment, breath by breath. We are grateful for this time together. We are grateful for the gift of beginning. We are ready now. Amen.